In the challenge today, let's go ahead and pull this list up. We're playing a build of Basim. It's been a little while since we played a Basim deck. And I opted for No Ring, No Saga, being in on Psychic Frog, Tasigur, a much lower to the ground mana curve than you usually see in these Basim decks. Kind of simply put, I think Frog is better than the One Ring. I know we meme and laugh and cry every day about that stupid card, but Frog is it's kind of like in some ways it's like Bean versus Ring, right? Frog is 2 mana, Ring is 4 mana. Frog is good at multiples in your opening hand. Ring can be very bad in multiples in your opening hand. Like 2 frogs in your opening hand, that's the nuts. 2 rings in your opening hand, that's probably a mulligan. And Frog is just such a crazy powerful play. I always felt really weird playing the Ring build and not playing Frog in the deck. Saga also sucks. It really sucks to play Urza Saga in your deck. Um, and I also wanted to lean. So the last time we played this kind of shell, I was really still in on the pitch cards, Force of Negation and Subtlety. But it's like when you're playing Mox Amber with Basim and Tamiyo, at least you like these just tap for blue, and I think it's you think you just lean on like actual counterspell a little bit harder. At least is my current plan. Tasigur has also been like weirdly performing for us, not only in this deck, but also alongside Fanatic of Ronus in that Shifting Woodland shell. In this deck, it's mostly here as like your extra cheap 1 mana legend that can trigger Basim and turn on Mox Amber, but its card's pretty resilient, and the activated ability is really real with that extra mana from Mox Amber too. It's also been very good with Fanatic of Ronus because it's been like 1 mana turn on Fanatic of Ronus, and then Fanatic just taps to activate Tasigur, so that's also pretty cool. It's weird that Tasigar's just been feeling kind of back. So, great, my opponent's on a mold to 6. I'm going to keep my 7. Turn 1, Arrakis Theater. Graveyard's another Netherglyph. So we're up against Hollow One. Got some baubles. I think I saw 74 in the challenge. Do this main phase because of Bowmasters. Inquisition's me. So I guess they're Jund and not Hollow One or Jund adjacent here. Would I ever consider Dead of Winter over Deluge? No. No, not really. Not in this deck. They take the second frog. Are they just gonna if they just Inquisition my other frog, I'm kinda happy. Okay, play another Goyf. So not quite lucky enough to draw the third Bauble to also play the Tasigur right now, but I guess that's okay because maybe if our Basim lives, we want it to trigger the Tasigur anyways. Now you only get the counter if you hit the player, right? Frog, yeah, Frog is player or planeswalker, Basim is just player. Not that we're necessarily going to get to. Yeah, Dead Basim 4/5 Frog, or sorry 4/5 Netherglyph. Cool to play against Jund. We don't play Spell Snare or we don't have one in hand. This is a very funny comment from Bolts, not both. Wait, you don't have the bright 1 mana counterspell in your hand? What? We have 3 Snare in the main deck. I did not have one in my hand when they cast the Ren 6. But it is very funny. You don't have the right 1 mana counterspell? Not playing the deck right. So Thoughtseize into the graveyard. Cast a second copy of Netherglyph. Gonna graveyard that. I don't have another historic card in my hand right now. Pretty tough. Yeah, with their ability to ping with the Ren and 6 thing, I just have to take 4. I'm going to counterspell this on the way down. The third one is a nightmare here. Well. Probably going to game 3. Alright, game 2. Looks like game 2. Okay, what is happening with the bans in the chat? I have no idea what's going on, but y'all really need to figure it out. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna cut, I think, both Cling to Dust here and click submit. Alright. User review here. Counterspell is bad. Deleted by, or at 4 dogs. Deleted. Source. Great, we love anecdotal evidence. It's pretty untrue considering we have a lot of data saying Nadu is good. Spike can tell you sometimes you don't need to test a card to know it's bad. You're so right, King. Anyone who thinks negate the shuck someone's play of modern card is probably not worth debating with, King. Okay, this is not worth a ban, I think. I do not know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. That is not a ban, mods. You should ban mods. You should ban people not because they're arguing with you about Magic cards ever. Don't do that again. Thank you. He was banning people for acolyte water talk and jokes yesterday. Do your favor is send mod. I'll have a talk with 4 dogs later. But yeah, this is not bannable offenses, y'all. All right, let's keep this. They're not getting timed out for making magic cards. It's getting timed out because they stop making it personal. I don't feel like they're making it personal for dogs. I think you're reading a little bit too. I honestly, sincerely think you're taking it personally when I think they're just arguing over magic cards. I do agree. It is a little annoying the way they phrased it, but it's just not a ban, you know. I did the bans. It's okay. I don't know. I just I don't know. We have just such a civil chat here. Okay, I played the sync first, so they can't thought season. We have just such a civil chat here that it just is silly to be, you know, banning people over like really small stuff like this, you know. Okay, so they know about the snare. Yeah, no, we're in the middle of a tournament. It's not something I want to be focusing on at the moment. Naz the 7th, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Welcome back. Okay. They exile a Tamiyo with the Ragavan. And then they cast the Tamiyo. So draw a card there, draw a card off the Bauble. I want to flip Adelphia my Tamiyo. So let's do that. They ever flip, I get it. Yeah, but they're not gonna be able to flip it very easily. Or yeah, I don't know how easily they'll be able to make that mistake. But it is not an optional flip for whatever that's worth. Soul Avenger, 19 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Do they have land number 3? They do have land number 3. For a Nile Spellbomb. You want to cash that in? Sure. Frog time. Got the snare this time. Verdant Catacombs, untapped. Fetching. Weird board. So I'm exposing my frog to a lightning bolt, but I think not exposing Tasigur to a Thoughtseize is more important. Also, just get down the 1 mana 4/5. I drew the swamp to cast the Tasigur there. Five, 6 Goyf. And another spell. No, just saving time on clock. So if I mill over 2 lands, we can push the Tarmogoyf here, which is something. I can also just activate Tasigur to be able to fly my frog. Oh, wait, sorry. I guess I would need another card in the yard. Frog Tasigur, kind of a combo. Interesting. They give me frog so that I can still fly it. It's going to discard the Bowmaster I drew. And that also shrinks the Goyf down to 4/5 over there. Now, if I draw a land, I can cast this second frog here, which I did draw. Nice. So they got 2 cards in their hand, drawing up to 3. This stomping ground looks so much like a fetch land to me. So going to game 3. I think I'm going to cut 4th Counterspell for the second Deluge of the draw. Yeah, Tasker's been just like so weirdly good with Basim and Fanatic of Ronus. We need to work some more on the Shifting Woodland Archon deck. The last time we played, I feel like it had so much potential, but we're just playing too many Bristly Bills. So, like, I almost want to play the 4th Tasigur. It was just so good with Fanatic of Ronus, and kind of like a nice plan B in general. Need to add one, maybe. We'll figure it out some, but I like this a lot. All right, let's keep this. Seems like a tough matchup. Maybe IDK. IDK also. I don't know. It's hard to evaluate these kind of matchups. I don't play them very often. All right, here's the hand that we kept. Pretty reasonable. They're probably not taking... Well, I mean, I can see them. They're going to take any of these cards, honestly. Sultai Renewal Frog Woodland. That's... The thing is, the problem... Like, what you're playing green is like there's not that many green cards. I don't know, maybe Fanatic Frog is kind of something. It's also like Shifting Woodland in a deck with 4 frog is weird because this doesn't cast frog. But I have tried to build Sultai Woodlands a few times. They took a Bauble? You did what? Okay, so I drew go for throw for turn, which our opponent knows about. Deal. My Basims are worse now. Hmm. Down to 16. Love that they feel like they had to trade for the snare here. They have 1 card in their hand. Not going to play the frog right now. Grows the Nethergoyf. The last card is just another land. Oh, maybe not just another land. They're thinking. They keep a card on top. That doesn't bode well, I suppose. I'm out of Surveil lands. I'm only playing one right now. Yeah, they're not playing Gigantha. So I decided to go for the throne instead of playing Frog. It is a little weird because they can escape the Nethergoyf, but the Nethergoyf will shrink pretty considerably. Guess only -2. And they still have a spell in their hand. Kind of unclear what that is. Could be... I hope it's not Fatal Push, but it kind of feels like it is. Okay, it's not. Probably. Down to 7. 2 cards in their hand. Seems like they have a Bowmaster, which is pretty bad. Spell Snare off the clue would be nice. See what they target. So I drew a Fatal Push. The thing is, I think I should push the Nethergoyf still. Because my Tamiyo +1 is going to contain the Bowmasters pretty well. Naza with the 17, thank you so much. Squee with the 58, appreciate you. Down to 5. Tamiyo Flipadelphias. Or does it? They're thinking. Yeah, they definitely have a bolt. It seems. So if they have a bolt, I have some considerations to make, I guess. I can either go Otawara, play Tamiyo. Yeah, it seems just like, let's do this. Let's do that. I'll be, I think, okay if they bolt one of my creatures, right? So they're not top decking. Also, I guess I don't have to block either, because like now Tamiyo blocks Nethergoyf profitably. I'll take 1 damage from the Orc and go to 4. Which will put me dead to Bolt +6, Bolt plus Bowmaster. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about this Tamiyo taking 1 point of damage, so let's just block like this. Yeah, Bolt would grow Goyf. It's true. So now we push the Bowmaster, I think. They bolt, one of my creatures in response or my Tamiyo in response. It's okay. Very tense first match of the challenge. I've noticed the uptick in Go for the Throat. Any reason why it's the go-to mana removal over a ton of recent variants? Well, you mostly just want to bring it in for, like, Yawgmoth Frogtide, which is Titan, which doesn't miss anything, and I think that's kind of it. Okay, Dead Bowmasters. Picking something up. About Salted Spell. I mean, it's definitely some instant speed removal spell, right? Hopefully not 2. They do have 2 cards in their hand, not just 1. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why go for the Throat over Feed the Cycle? Another 2 mana block removal spell. We'll go for the Throat, kills Frog on turn 2, which in this deck is something I care a lot about in like the Nether Frog deck. I have it in the sideboard too instead of the main, and I'm sideboarding it for these matchups. Like Feed the Cycle or whatever that new card is. I also can't remember. Is certainly a better main deck card. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna block like this first. and then push the Goyf just to play around Veil of Summer. Well, I guess Veil of Summer, it would be Veil of Summer like into another removal spell. Whatever. So I'm at 4. I'm not dead to another copy of Lightning Bolt. They already seem to maybe have used the bolt that was in their hand. And I also have a lethal attack next turn if I sack the clue and discard the card that I draw for turn. Looks like they maybe have Toxic Deluge here. Oh, just escaping the Goyf. Goyf is very good. So now I don't have lethal. I can put them to 1. I'm okay just letting them chump if they want to chump. These have 2 cards in their hand. They haven't been playing lands. Could be discard spells. They decide no blocks. Well, I drew pretty well. I mean, it's so tough for them to kill me here. Famous last words, I guess. Oof. They tapped it for red. I got very scared. No Murktides at this list. We're more on the legendary plan with Basim and Basim. Besage you so that they grow their Goyf. It's fine. I suppose if their last card is exactly Fatal Push somehow, then we're behind. It is not. It is Overgrown Tomb. GG. All right. Challenge, though. Oh. You didn't see that, opponent. Although I might mulligan this. So we're on the draw against an opponent who's mulligan to 6. Yeah, this hand's not very good. I'm just going to mulligan. Okay. Keep the 6, probably. What was the mulligan? Can you tell us since we saw it? Wait, you saw it. Why would I need to tell you? These games, these matchups are so cool. I like that our builds are a little bit different too. Fun first couple matchups. Four cards in their hand. Keeps the card on top. Just chilling here, I think. Two cards in their hand. Fortunately, I think I have to counter this back. They force, so I also can't escape my Cling to Dust. It's pretty good. Probably not getting out of this one, though. That's the top card. What the fuck? Cling to Dust, I mean, continues to just never work the first time. Gonna trigger Bowmaster again, flip the Tamiyo. Try to, at least. Oh, right, the frog. Well... hand's pretty bad. Down a game. Fourth snare coming in. Go for the throat coming in. Deluge coming out. Fourth Amber coming out. I'm gonna go use the restroom too. Be right back.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike. What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike. What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
All right, on the play for game 2, baby. Let's go. Keep it by 7. Was that an on purpose F6? Kind of hard to tell. Seems like it might not have been. Really hope they don't have a second snare here. That would be so embarrassing. Looks like they don't. Two cards in their hand. 6 life points over there. I got 2 in mine also. Barely worth keeping. Your turn. Well, game 3. Let's go. Promise procrastinating, 13 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Keeps a card on top. Let's see what it is. Kind of illuminating. What if you should ever choose to be on the draw in this matchup? It might be one of those. Like, probably not, but maybe. Like, my opponent missing that land drop here and here is pretty big. I'm just gonna hit mine and kind of make them make the first move. They just miss 2 more land drops and they have to go to discard. Oh, there we go. Well, resolves, huh? It's the year is 2024, and we're outgrinding our opponent with Tasigur, the Golden Fang. Let's fucking go. I have to use so much focus in these matches. It's so different from normal leagues. It's awesome. Usually during leagues, that's like maybe 20% focus. Maybe. I guess that was maybe they're gonna pop the spell bomb. I could crack that after. I want to dig for another piece of interaction though. Kind of borderline there. I don't want to flip the Tamiyo either that aggressively. All right, Murktide, 3 mystery cards. Sorry, Counterspell, 3 mystery cards. Good chance there's another Murktide though. No, you can only sync your opponent's spells or permanents. We couldn't sync our own thing there. Well, this is easy. You love an opponent who taps out, I tell you what. Then it's still the counterspell, 2 other cards. 2 on the bottom with the Preordain. Unfortunately, another Murktide would make a lot of sense here. Fortunately, though, they wouldn't be able to cast it and hold up Counterspell. Unless their 3rd card was a land. Oh yeah, the Swamp. Forgot about the Swamp. Well, my opponent just taught me this trick. I'm gonna leave the go for the throat in the yard for the Tamiyo. I'll try frogging. That's a neat trick. All right, they have the 4th Bowmasters, the 1 mystery card. Oh no, sorry, we know their hand is we know their hand is Counterspell Swamp. This lets me flip Adelphia to Tamiyo. Surprise, no block there. You don't think any of my cards are worth countering, opponent? This maybe makes me too weak to Murktide, but it's just like... I get the counterspell out of the hand. Maybe that makes me too weak to Murktide. Maybe that was a punt. They have to top deck it though. That's pretty good, top deck. My draw's been pretty bad. I guess that me casting that Tasigur was a big punt, honestly. I do need to keep churning. Despite them having this Bowmaster, of course. Oh, they targeted the wrong thing because I'm legend ruling. All right, well, finally found a push. Yeah, we have to force this action here. Because now I can cling their cling. Now I kind of have an interesting decision point. Seems like I'm supposed to chump block instead of doing something else here. 2 cards on the bottom with the preordain. Okay, now that they've exposed... Okay, I had Sink into the Stupor and Spell Snare and Watery Grave as my 3 cards. What a match! Fun 2 first matches here. Both very close, grindy matches here. 2-0 and the Chally with Basim. I can click the keep button.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring.
Last team 4 days ago on Through the Breach. They could obviously have switched by now, but probably playing Breach. Don't think a ton of Breach players are switching decks that aggressively because the deck is very good. Looks like that is the case. So we can steal game 1. That would be really nice because we have a lot of sideboard cards. Also, I just can't open Chrome anymore. It's just like lagging everything so bad. Well, certainly worse for us when our opponent has the nuts, I'll say. Our draw's not bad, though. No, I haven't played the Omni deck in another challenge. I'm going to play another tournament on Sunday, maybe tomorrow, too. We'll see. 2 to the top, 1 on the bottom. That's not ideal. I do think the Omni deck is probably still pretty good. They find another copy of Sowing Myco Spawn, which is bad for me. So sad to not see Emery in this list. Tasigur just better. Well, Emery has really harsh deck building requirements. You need to play Saga, I think. You need to play Ring. And if we play Tasigur instead, we can play Frog instead of Ring, and we don't have to play Saga. It's like this whole dialogue tree. Why is Urza Saga needing for Ring? It's needed for Emery, not Ring. Oh, but also to some extent it is needed for Ring too, because you need to have a way of. So you need to play Shieldred or Saga for Shadow Spear. You need to have a source of life gain in these kind of decks if you're going to play Ring in these kind of decks. But Emery is just like so much worse if you can't Ring Loop with it. That's what I'm saying. Get Ulamog maybe? Prince Emrakul. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. They also have there is All Is Dust mystery card. Looks like we're gonna get Ulamog hardcast here. All in all, you know, not so bad. I'll lose a lot of my deck, but I have a counterspell. Exile 21 cards. Just untap for now. Looks like I have at least an island left as a fetchable. Don't know if I want to fetch anything yet. Let's just go ahead and hit the frog. I don't want to discard anything in my hand right now. Your turn. Carplusian Forest. Their hand is All Is Dust mystery card. Seems they're F6. Draw for turn is a Mox Amber. Gonna discard that. Punish if I draw a Basim, I guess, but oh, I did draw a Basim. Oh, but I drew a Bauble. Okay, I'm gonna pick up Counterspell. Top cards is just a land. I think we win. Psychic Frog, better than the One Ring, confirmed. All right, obviously wonderful to win game one in this matchup when we get to bring in a lot of very premium sideboard cards. I'm going to cut the Deluge. I'm going to cut both Clings. I'm going to play one Spell Snare. I'm going to play 0 Fate. 0 Fate. 1, 0, I think. Now, I might play Narset also. One less Bowmaster. They'll play Narset on the play and then not on the draw. Coming in late, how does this compare to Kitsa Basim in terms of playability and competitiveness? I'm not sure what else we'd be saying in terms of, but it's pretty good. pretty good. I think the card quality is really high, and I think it's important to play Bowmasters, which I don't think we were playing in that build. And Tasigur is really surprisingly good. I've been liking it. This is the Basim list I would recommend at the moment. Liquid all my assets into rings. I need to diversify. No, all you need are rings. For you, I would sell all of your assets and go all in on ring. Consider setting out snare. I cited out 2 of my 3 main deck snares. My opponent has talismans in the main deck. I think snaring a talisman is a pretty good play. Maybe on the play, I'll cut a snare for the Narset, but I think 1 snare on the draw is okay. Just discard to Frog too. I don't love my opening hand, but it is like keepable. My opponent is on mulligan. Can you explain why I love Jade Avenger and the origin of the meme? I will say we only get questions like this in the middle of challenge matches, but for mostly. But I don't know. The art is really cool and it makes me laugh. Is the answer. But the density of like Spike, what's your favorite color? Kind of questions. It's so much higher during challenges than any other time. But yeah, no, I just think the card is cool, and it's like to some extent it's a Modern Horizons 3 card that I just like when I first read it I glazed over it, and I read it for the first time really when I did a draft. And I kind of read it for the first time in that draft, and it kind of surprised me how cool it was. All right, goodbye, sweet Tamiyo. So they have Forest, 3 mystery cards over there. No, I just drew the Basim, so maybe I would have saved the Bauble. Hydro, continue the gifted sub. Love to see that. Thank you for that. Uh-oh. 1 on top, 1 on the bottom. Excuse me? This is a 5-3, not a 5-5. Pretty dead. Maybe. Probably. Mold Mule to 27 months. Appreciate you. Curious to see Force in that list with that many card draws. But as in any chatters, IDK have to cut the 4. Well, we have a. I'm confused. They're in the sideboard. You want to kill Tamiyo? All right. Ignoring Tamiyo. If they're Kozilek's command, they probably do. Yeah, I think they're bluffing. I kind of feel like I'm doing okay here, honestly. Just a little weird to say against Thrawn Ring. Against and two for one Kozilek's commands. You get to break the ice twice. So we're going to take 2 down to 15. And probably 3 down to 12. If I attack for 7 here. Yeah, not quite going to be lethal. I think my opponent left. They feel like they had this game in the bag. They're just going to come back later. All right, here they are. Down to... all the way down to 15. Yeah, maybe I should have overloaded, huh? I had a plan with not overloading. Alright, so no through the breach. Down to 4. Vigilance. Okay, it's actually really okay with me. I think I'm gonna win. Dude, the ring sucks. Ring's so bad. Let's see. I don't know. I take it back. Let's play it. I'm ahead though. My hand is really good. I take it back though. I have no idea if I'm gonna win or lose. I have no idea. Fruitcake with the gifted sub. Thank you so much. Breach plus fail. I'm beating that at the moment. I'm beating breach plus fail. There's a sewing Myco spawn. And they draw. Kerberos the 7 months. Thank you. Welcome back. This is one of those lies. My acting isn't that good. Y'all know that. Resolves. Your Emrakul gets -1, -0 until end of turn. I just win. Fun game. Might as well cycle this. This card sucks, dude. I take back my statement about Ring becoming the new world currency. That card's not very good. I have to mulligan my 7. Can keep my 6. Last seen 3 days ago playing Hammer Time. I just noticed that. 2-4 in the challenge. Okay, probably not on that again. Is Snare good right now? I'm seeing Fructo's 3 main deck. I'm playing 3 main deck and the 4th in the side. Yeah, Snare is good right now. What are the advantages of this deck over Frogtide? Basim is really fucking good. Murktide is kind of a clunky card sometimes. So up against Breach combo. What are the advantages of this other Frogtoid? Well, you see, chatter. Basim is fucking great. That card is so good. I'll try to move the stack, sorry. Is Crusher 3-0 or do we get paired down? It'd be so cool if they were 3-0. Yep, cool. The Mox Amber mirror. Why is it cool to not be paired down? So, one, my opponent's playing a brew. So I'm rooting for Crusher to be 3-0 with their cool brew is the big thing. And two, if we don't want to get paired down because it's worse for our tiebreakers. London with the 17 months. Thank you. Welcome back. The card is so bad. People really out here playing the One Ring in Modern? What are y'all doing? I don't really want to discard any cards because they have the Aether Spellbomb. A3Os have to be the pair down. There should be 9. I thought there were 9. Yeah, I had some fans from Dubai come in and say that I've been pronouncing Basim wrong. It's Basim, not Basim. Shout out Dubai gang. So you gotta sell those rings, y'all. Yesterday I said that the ring was gonna replace currency as we know it. That people it would be $100,000 each. Like it's people would own 1/52nd shares of the one ring, and then they would be able to play it for one tournament on any given weekend. It seems that was wrong. It seems sell. All right, gonna bring in the needle. Gonna bring in all 4 consigns. We didn't see any Urza Sagas. They probably have Urza Saga in their deck, but they may have no other targets for Break the Ice. Bring in the Narset also. Go down on the snares. Got the clings. Got the deluge. Yeah, they're probably not playing too many snareables. We're 3-0 up the game in the challenge right now. Why didn't you just pay for Metallic Rebuke? Well, I mean, I couldn't lose the game at all, so I was just trying to go through the motions there. But sure, I guess I should have just paid. But there's no card they could have to get us out of there, so I saw a line that won the game deterministically, so I took it. Got a very borderline hand on the draw. I really want to talk myself into a keep. I don't think I can. It's one land. It's one basic island, double consign, Tamiyo, double Basim, but just got a mulligan to one lander. I'm gonna play around Needle here, I think. Okay, if they rebuke this. Or break the ice targets. Yeah, they're playing a mono blue artifact deck of some kind. I think we're gonna double block here. Into 11, construct down to 3 power. 5 cards in their hand still. I'm gonna counterspell Emery. Try to at least. 4 cards in their hand. Well, my Bauble only gets to draw me 1 card, I suppose. Good card to know about. Going to combat. Getting in for 3. Passing the turn. And if they're playing War, there's no chance they're 3-0 if they have War in their deck. Or probably not, right? See if this gets the Dismember. Okay, opponent down to 6. I think you say Basim's middle name Ibn. So I was told at least. name for Mori Vault here, I guess. And I'm going to attack with the Bowmaster. They're doing nothing with their mana still. Plays an island. Playing Ring with some kind of counter magic up, but if we consign with Replicate, they can't counter back. Need a top deck to not be super cold to this Bowmaster, though. Or to the Construct. Although, you know, letting this resolve wouldn't have been the worst with me having the Bowmaster and them being at 5. Unfortunately, I don't expect this to resolve, now that they seem to have been played the Ring with, like, Rebuke up. I have to cast this card. Almost would have been better for me to, like, not replicate. Alright, so now we are jumping with the Bowmaster. What is this? Ballista? They trying to activate for Mori Vault and realize they can't. They have another ring and they want to kill the Bowmaster, of course. That would make sense. No outs, I think. Game 2. Game 3. Kappa Cannoneer seems like a problem. Kick W, go for the throat. Not that anything kills Kappa Cannoneer. I think we're running back. I don't think I want to bring in Break the Ice still. There's probably 5 targets. Can definitely draw it at the wrong time. I don't know. I don't think I want to bring in Deluge either. I think I just kind of want to be like a tempo-y deck on the play here. Get underneath them. Especially because like Bowmaster seems so good against them. It seems like they have a hard time removing it. I don't really want to be deluging. I'm just trying to decide my sequencing here. Okay. No, this wasn't a pair down. I thought it might have been. I don't remember seeing Crusher at the 3-0 spot. You have to consign that. Hey, it's me, your friend Spell Skittles. Thanks for the 45. Interesting choice. Alright, 4 cards in hand. Definitely can have a lot of clunkers. Urza Saga is probably a good pickup over there. A lot of options. I think I'm going to start off with a Tasigur and see what I draw. Not bad, kid. So they didn't tap the Saga for mana or make a construct, so probably a little missteppy there. But it says, not like this. I'm guessing you already had push in hand, but do you usually cast a second Amber there, then float mana after the Basim trigger has resolved? I had the push in hand, yeah, but I get if it can be better for you to see which color you want to float after you have the card drawn. So I don't know if there's multiple Aether spell bombs over there. Gets a Mishra's Bauble. Plays an island. Taps the ring. Okay, so if I target the Tamiyo, then they go sack clue. Their Tamiyo trigger goes on the stack, but then my Bowmaster trigger goes on the stack. But I also don't really care. If they sack a clue, I'm pretty happy, so I'm just going to target them. Oh, sorry. I guess this was going to happen too. For some reason, I was thinking that Tamiyo needed one more card drawn, but obviously, I seem to have forgotten about the card drawn for turn. There's an Imri, Kappa Cannoneer, and Shadow Spear in the yard. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I just attacked with the Bowmaster. What the fuck? It's an accident. I'm going to sink this now. Just an accident misclick. Well, misplay deserves another, huh? So not in the worst shape, but pretty embarrassing. Was a misclick. I attacked with the Bowmaster on accident. Snare looks pretty decent against their deck. Are you just joking because they've not shown us a single 2-drop? If you didn't try to bounce it, it could have seemed you had a second one. I guess so. I think it's just kind of better to maybe could do after they block. Yeah, at the moment I think I'm doing okay, but it's just, you know, the game is like pretty impossible to lose if I don't attack with the Bowmaster there probably. So they are trying to ring loop. Presumably they'll... Kind of surprised they didn't draw off this ring first. Seven rounds in the challenge. This is round 4. Alright, so no ring protection this turn. Opponent looking pretty dead. Maybe they could like consign their own ring trigger next turn if they can somehow live. Yeah, I guess they're playing around me having another Bowmaster by not tapping the ring. Makes sense. I'll round 2 into thinking. I think like 110. I didn't. We should have just see how high the number could go, but ended up working on other stuff. Oh, against our deck. Yeah, we played against Demir Frog. They had 3 snares earlier. But we had 4 snares post board. Yeah, they also had Rebuke up. That's also true. I like our spot here. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's too many things my opponent could do. I guess they could go Amber, Ring, but could they just paid 2? No, Consign just counters it. It just counters the spell. This isn't Spell Pierce. This was a replicated Consign. Maybe thought this was Flusterstorm. Been thinking the card Void Rend is good. Beats Murktide Frog, Shadow counters. Dude, three mana 1-for-1s are unplayable in Modern. You're always like so happy you spend 2 mana, your opponent spends 3 mana to answer it. You're on the draw. Your opponent plays a frog. You can't Void Rend it until turn 3. You get hit by the frog. Then you Void Rend it. It's just like so tough. Could you play Lurrus? It's like Lurrus is illegal in Modern, but if it was legal, then Tasigur would be hindering us some. But we would make it work. We'd make it work. Have we lost a die roll? I think we've won at least 4 die rolls. Not up against Tron. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan. Take a picture of the poll. Okay, but it is Eldrazi. Just like, or it could be a lot of different variants. Through the Breach, Tron. I will say, if we can steal game 1 like we did against Through the Breach earlier, the fact that we have 4 Consigns and 3 Break the Ice in the sideboard is a big deal. 2 Urza's Tower and a Boseiju have entered the exile zone. Very good draw on my part, I suppose. Philadelphia, the Tamiyo. Trying to convince a friend about how Frog is almost equally as good, but he points to me, Goldfish, Ring is 1, and Frog is not equal top. Well, I mean, that's just a color pie thing. It sounds like he might just be confused about the color pie in general. I don't know. Frog is very, very good, but it's a Dimir 2-drop. Can't play it in that many decks. But it's like, it's a big part of this and Goryo's and also like regular Frog Tide too. It's a big, big part of Modern. All right, you got Tron. Why does a Dimir Frog play Tamiyo? Well, this Dimir Frog deck is playing Tamiyo. Tamiyo is good. Tamiyo is a lot better in a Basim Mox Amber deck that's a bit slower and is a bit grindier. But it's close. It's like a power level conversation more than a ubiquitous. Of course, the ring being colorless and perhaps fitting in more archetypes makes it more common. I would argue that the ring is more powerful, but it's can be feels kind of semantic-y, this conversation to some extent. So my opponent has a Devourer that they'll be able to exile my Tamiyo with. So I guess I'm going to incentivize them to do that. And I think we need to get some damage going. So I have... Yeah, I guess this is a good spot, because unless my opponent has all his dust, then I'm pretty cooked. But I'm gonna win, I think, if I ultimate Tamiyo, and my opponent probably they kind of need to devour the Tamiyo, and I think I'm beating that here too. So feeling pretty good. They play an Eldrazi Temple. They spend 6 mana. Looks like they're playing a Myco Spawn, which I am surprised is being chosen to be cast here. I'm going to go ahead and float a blue mana. I guess they could get a tower, although they only have 1 tower left in the deck, but they have a tower left in the deck. And then they can Myco Spawn. This might be enough for them to stabilize here. They did have all its dust. Well, had to dodge that one. Did not dodge that one. I didn't have a counterspell, obviously. Could have beaten the Devourer with my Otawara. Well, I didn't have a counterspell in my hand. I just drew one off the Tamiyo. Gonna counter that. Gonna be a very difficult game to win. It's gonna be a very difficult game to win. We do have sideboard games with 4 Consign, extra Force of Negations, Narset's I think pretty solid, 3 copies of Break the Ice, a lot of good target cards here. So they target the Tamiyo. I have no cards in my hand, but if I draw a Tamiyo, if I draw a Tasigur, if I draw a Bauble, we could get the ball rolling a little bit here. Well, drew the funniest card possible. My 1 of Toxic Deluge. Uh-oh. A spell. I drew a Delta. Let's go to game 2. So, wasn't able to steal game 1 like we did against Through the Breach. When you do, you're going to feel pretty happy. We came prepared today. Came very prepared today. These are coming out. These are also coming in. Maybe I think I just don't want Narset on the draw still. Actually, oh sorry, but I'm on the play. Do like Narset on the play. We played Narset over Tasigur number 3. Maybe Narset's just good in general because we have like we can ramp into it with Amber and we have like Break the Ice and Consign to dig for, which are so premium. Everett O'Reilly, thank you for the 4 months. Welcome back. Thank you so much. Do we have any removal in the deck now? We've got counterspells. I don't think removal is that important. Like, You don't care about Myco Spawn. Devour is a card that you can like attack through with unblockable Basim, Flying Psychic Frog. They have a really hard time racing you. I have a really appealing one lander. I have a Bauble. I have double Mox Amber. I can draw. Not only can I draw a land here, I can draw a Tamiyo and just easily win. I have Consign. This hand is like just like a definite win if there's a land at the a land or Tamiyo in the top two. Let me get the calculator out. Double check the land count also. I think it should be 20. Oh, sorry, it's 19 with the sinks. Okay. Okay, so population size 53, sample size is 2. I am looking for 18 lands and 3 Tamiyos. That's 21, and I need to find 1. So I'm 64% to win if I keep this hand. I'm going to mulligan, and my mulligan is a lot better, but I just wanted to crunch the numbers there. I think I might have F6. I'm just going to spam turn off auto yields there. Do you think your opponent's playing Thought-Knot Seer? Not in the main. They might have some in the side. I'm not that scared of Thought-Knot Seer. Does that mean you passed on being a 65% favorite? Yeah. 64. With 4 consigns, 3 break the ice. Like this hand is better. I think the average 6 is still better. That is just kind of a review of how good I think this matchup is post board, I guess. Yeah, a matchup on the play. Well, raid would keep like 70%, I think. Not give a damn about Karn, which is good. So, like, what is the upside of playing this deck over regular? Okay, I hear Athena also asking to come inside. I'm gonna go grab her real quick. Right back. Okay, sorry about that. I had to let the dog in. Get the One Ring. Okay, I don't care about that. I'm gonna play Otawara. Oh, they plus Karn. I guess I misread. So I'm actually still gonna name the One Ring. And then we're gonna go discard Basim, discard Frog, discard Frog, kill Karn, draw a card, break the ice, break the ice. Illusions of the 40 month. Thank you. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. A long ass time indeed. Well, like a Needle Talisman of Curiosity. 2 cards in their hand. Yeah, another pretty good turn. Discard Darkslick Shores. Pew Pew, 33, thank you so much. We're doing well. All that stuff. They did get Temple. Do they have the Allah's Dust? Crazy to think I almost lost to this. Could be Devourer also. Could be Kozilek's Command. So I'm taking for 8, possibly 10. It's not 12, so let's just... I think I just pick up Consign. I could overload Break the Ice, which I'm sure is what everyone wants me to do, but the Consign is just better here. See, maybe I can find another Break the Ice here. Counterspell. Okay, I think I like my sideboard plan. I think I like Narset enough to keep her in. Good against the ring, digs for really important cards. Historic spell for Basim. Well, I'm gonna keep. Interesting. Tapping Eldrazi Temple for 1 colorless mana, then pausing. Then plays Ugin's Lab, imprinting in all his dust. Alright, so they can put the all his dust back into their hand or they can crack the map. Can't do both. They decide all his dust. Second Temple. Wonder when that got there. Grabs a basic forest. Very interesting. Third Temple. And is all his dust, basic forest, 5 mystery cards. Looks like a sowing Mycospawn. What you sowing? They're thinking. Realm Smasher with the 39 months. Thank you so much. Hope you did well. They decided to grab the 3rd copy of Eldrazi Temple here. Let's fly the frog. Six mana to overload, break the ice. This is game 3. They won game 1, we won game 2. Good chance if we win this, we're in top 8. Like starting off 5-0 in a 7-rounder. Could lose and get in still sometimes. Not trying to get too far ahead of myself. Opponent with no play. Not playing that all is dust into the known counterspell, I suppose. Would I counter a ring? I don't know. Maybe. Found the consign for this one. Got a lot of looks. All is dust. 3 mystery cards in their hand. We'll see if I get punished for discarding the Force of Negation instead of this frog. I'm out of cards in hand. I have 8 points of power, potentially 9. Seems like I should just flip the Tamiyo. I guess I get punished if I draw Break the Ice, because I can't overload anymore. Punished. Tough. I feel like I wanted the frog instead, but... Anything else? Mycospawn, if anything. Maybe discard Force was mistake. Did you hear me just say say that? I guess you did. I don't know. Maybe. I think it was kind of an interesting spot. Like if they have multiple Devourers, then the Psychic Frog's gonna be better. Karn turns off the Tamiyo clues. Bruv, I'm in disbelief you kept a BM over an FON. BM. I did not keep Bowmaster off over. I didn't have Bowmaster in my hand. I drew it later. Bruv. After I discarded 2 to Frog, my hand was Counterspell, Consign, Frog. And I decided the second Frog was more important than the Force of Negation. So, you know, is what it is. It does seem like we should have kept it. Does seem like we should have kept it. Tough game, though. I also had to draw nothing for, like, I had to draw not another Counterspell. And then up second all his dust, plus Goldluck's command, plus Devour. It's just tough, right? Just tough. %'s a hindsight thing. Maybe. It could have been a foresight thing. It could have just, I don't know. Could have. We get Disruptor Flute. Yeah, if we draw the last Break the Ice, that might be. That could be our, like, win condition right now. Oh, they name Break the Ice with the flute. Wow. It's kind of funny. They grab a Cityscape Leveler. Well, guess I should Counterspell. I just drew this Counterspell. They still can unearth. If I draw Bowmaster, I can go like Bowmaster, kill Karn, crack my clue, maybe. That's this. Kills my clue. Basim's gonna die to unearth though. I mean, we have to. What do you want me to not cast Basim? What do you want me to do? This. This is gonna kill something at some point. Let's just let it happen. We are playing it out, but we're probably gonna lose. Tough match. They rebuy the leveler. Alright. I'll concede. Tough stuff. Okay, we lost a die roll. I guess that's about fair for how many we've been winning. I'm going to go ahead and keep my 7. Another demure frog mirror. Very demure, very frog. Goryo's. Probably still Goryo's. Yeah, good matchup spread. Not yet. I haven't played against Energy once, which is, I think, good for us. Not a very good matchup. Gorz with Rumble. Probably more, just Overgrown Tomb for Leyline Binding. Gristlebrand into the yard. Pretty scary. Interesting they didn't Thoughtseize me there, too. So we'll see if they have another Thoughtseize, I guess. Or so another Goryo's. And it's a Traxa, Thoughtseize, 3 mystery cards. Surprised they didn't main phase that. Any Solitudes? Kinda gotta Solitude your own thing. Whew! Ah! Close one. Nice. All of our cards are so good. What a problem. So Bowmasters is pretty good against their indulgences and stuff, but I may just be like trimming it. It's kind of like overkill, and I need like Tasigurs for Basim triggers. Maybe I'll play like 3-1 or something like that. Maybe I could play one. Bowmaster's just too good. It's just too good. I need all 4 Fatal Push. Why did I cut Ring in the deck? We've talked about it a lot today, but you get to play a lower mana curve. You don't have to play Saga for life gain or Shielded for life gain. You get to play Frog over Ring, which is kind of a better card anyways. But there's a lot of different ways to build the deck. Surgical. Oh, did I not bring in the Surgical? That's embarrassing. Sorry. That's okay. Our deck's very good against theirs. I had already kind of brought it in my head. Push team's bad. They have 4 frogs, and also Archaeologist plus Ephemerate you want push against. You should definitely play 4 push against them, I think. It's like one of the main ways you lose, I think, is you just cut all your pushes. Well, it's okay. So they mill Grossobrand, Atraxa, and Emperor Bones, but they don't put any spell into their hand at this spot. So they Thoughtseize me. They see I have a Cling to Dust as my interaction up. If they have Black Source Gorios, there we get got. It seems like they do not. Don't want another Bowmaster right now. And they also have Emperor Bones for push. Wasn't sure if they'd have Emperor if they're on binding. No grief? What's wrong with taking the back streets? Never really get the answer to that question, I guess. I did draw a push, so I'll push. My opponent says, nice top. This is a Teddy Fresh counterspell. I always try to be very fashionable for my opponents. The last card's Gorios. The last card's Gorios. I think they would have played Gorios earlier, and I think they would have played Frog earlier, so seems safe enough to deploy. I don't think they sell these more. Honestly, I'm kind of pissed about this shirt because I really like it, but I lost like 40 pounds, and it's kind of baggy on me. I don't know. I'm starting to gain some muscle mass, so maybe I'll like refill it up though. Okay, so we're on the play against Mistaken, who is certainly playing Amulet Titan. I'm going to keep this hand. Probably not a great matchup. I do like my hand though. Yeah, no draws on Magic Online. Yeah, then also like your ranking. I would assume you're 5-1. Yes. Mistaken is X and 2. Might be asking for a concession. I think I'll decline a concession here. Well, I have not chanced to top 8 GGs. Ah. Well. Top 8, baby! Let's go! Let's go. Top 8. Let's go. Just win, says chat. Fastest winning in ever. No GG's back. Oh, GG's Mistaken. We love Mistaken. I don't know. I think I'm gonna mulligan. Can you touch my ceiling? Yes. I have to stand on my toes. Can you not touch your stealing? Kind of cringe. I'll tell my, I like 5/5. I have very short ceilings. That's why we got the house. It was very cheap. No one else wanted it. Yeah, it's a hobbit hole, legally. We're still working on the white spike playmat. I have made a little progress on it. How tall? Oh, sorry. In centimeters, I'm like 7,000 centimeters tall. Forgot about that continent over there. I guess all the other continents. Shout out centimeter gang. Well, honestly, my draws, I've drawn a lot of fatal pushes. I think I'm doing this. Sorry. I don't know how the stack keeps moving. I think we're just getting, you know, through the breach next turn, probably. I think we did take the best line with what's in our hand, for whatever that's worth. Don't you miss Force in the list? Not really. I mean, we got a bunch of snares and sinks and counterspells. We have Force in the sideboard. I was thinking about playing some in the main, but I've been kind of I've been happy with the list. It's been good. This is top 8. This is first round of top 8 right now. Right now, I miss Force of Negation. I'll say. Right now, I miss it. Sorry, I don't know how the stack keeps just falling down here. I'm not moving it. I just moved it up too. Wish I had one more permanent and could keep Tasigur and Bowmaster. I think I just keep Bowmaster. My hand is all duds. Fatal push, Spell Snare. They find a Devourer of Destiny. I'll probably scoop to the Devourer reveal. Game 2. I think I'm gonna not bring in Needle this time. Why not just return the creature out of the spell? Emrakul has protection, so if it was Emrakul, not Ulamog, which is more likely to be because it didn't have anything in exile, you can't bounce the creature. Needle on Ring is an important part of some matchups. We have so much against the Ring. We have Force, Consign, Counterspell, Narset, Bowmaster. Also, like, this happened earlier when we played this matchup. The fact that they mostly are just casting one spell a turn makes the Ring really, really beatable for this kind of deck, even if we don't have these cards. Alright, let's go. I think my hand's a keep on the play. It would be a mulligan on the draw. Sometimes the Sink into Stupor been cast. Probably 3 or 4. Oh, these starts are always so good. Okay, they find a Kozilek's Command. Ping ya. Yeah, I did not have the break the ice. Obviously, always when they have like Labyrinth into Talisman into Kozilek's Command on turn 2, these draws are tough to beat for most decks. Take that break the ice, I guess. What will they do with Kozilek's Command? Will they get rid of the Bowmaster? They will, and they'll make 2 spawns. Usually a sign of strength that they are not scrying and drawing in these spots. That being said, if they are in on the Ring, we have Narset. If they just already have Through the Breach and Emrakul, we're pretty cooked. So it looks like they are casting a Devourer of Destiny here. Maybe a Kozilek's Command. Maybe a World Breaker that they forgot to tap green mana for. Maybe a Sowing Mycospawn. Looks like a World Breaker. World Breaker confirmed. -1 land for me. Joke's on them. Now my Psychic Frog, or sorry, I don't have a Psychic Frog. Now my Darkslick Shores enters untapped. I do think I'm going to go ahead and break the ice this turn so I can stop them from having access to second World Breaker. I'm going to let the Narset die instead of chomping with the Orc army. I did have frogs the whole time. We have frogs in our backyard too. They have another Kozilek's Command. It kind of seems like they do. Yes, very demure, very frog. Don't love that. 1 card on the top, 1 card on the bottom. Plays a Gemstone Caverns. Another big Eldrazi spell that I can't Force of Negation. Unless it's Kozilek's Command, but it's not because they tapped green. It's another World Breaker. I don't think we played against this opponent earlier. At the very least, I don't remember getting this World Breakered earlier. Save me, Tasigur. And that's the Modern Challenge, folks. Thank you for tuning in today. Appreciate all of y'all coming, stopping by. Fun to top 8 another challenge with Tamir Basim. Did my best. Hand was kind of slow, but, you know, I felt like on the play was okay. And they did have, you know, very, very tough draw to beat without drawing a lot of sideboard cards. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go eat lunch. It's 4 p.m. Nice 7-hour stream. I'm at the moment planning on streaming the Modern Super Qualifier on Sunday, and not streaming tomorrow. And I am not going to be streaming on Monday. I have a family thing on Monday. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Hope y'all enjoyed yourselves today. I had a fun stream. Top 8 with Basim, top 8 with Tasigur. Pretty cool. I'm going to raid Corey, who is live streaming from Tampa. Actual live streaming, not what I...